from Fitzroy crossing. We're heading to Mount Elizabeth, where the weather doesn't look too good out there, but we'll see how we go. Take you guys on a bit of a kayaking canoeing adventure.
And how far is it from Fitzroy crossing to Mount Elizabeth?
It's 108 miles.
White water.
It's dry. Oh, it's good, isn't it? Hey, beautiful.
Right.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Wanna wake up and know where I'm going. Say I'm ready, say I'm ready. Wanna go where the rivers are overflowing. I'll be ready, I'll be ready. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. If it's love flowing freely, I'm ready, I'm ready. If the waters can redeem me, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. Wanna wake up, wanna know where I'm going. Wanna go where the rivers are overflowing. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready to let the rivers wash over me. I'm ready, wash over me. I'm ready, let the rivers wash
then they started to shit on us.
Trav and Jackie, they had their building permit approved. You've got yourselves a stellar spot here, Jacks. Wilderness equipment. But make good time. Here's camp, day 4. We've just entered Gorge and ran the top rapid there, which really heralded the gates for this beautiful gorgy section we now find ourselves in. Bit of afternoon drizzle, it's coming on to about 1:30 now, and a great campsite with some sandy ground, surrounded by some beautiful silver-leaf paper bark, the Melaleuca argentea, and the majestic Fitzroy River. Nice cliffs on the other side. We saw a beautiful little rock wallaby bouncing along as soon as we arrived. Very spectacular. And across here you might be able to see a free-flowing waterfall.
The midlife transition where your internal desires are finally surfacing and you're not worried anymore about what other people think.
Yeah, look at the mirror. Feel like the fingers maybe until I get back to you.
Right. And how do you think the group dynamics are going with the 18 paddlers and the pods and all?
Oh, it's absolutely terrible. Yeah, couldn't have imagined a worse time. Yeah, you've got the bad pod, falling apart there and disintegrating the whole group. So,
What do you got there, Milo?
Mate, we've got a rainbow-coloured caterpillar. Check him out.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Full all the colours of the rainbow.
I was just thinking. It wasn't turning paddles.
What are you up to there, Furry?
Fruit bats, yeah, that was good.
What are you up to there, mate?
I really like that, mate.
Yeah.
Cooking up dinner, mate.
Yeah, what are you cooking up? Thai curry?
Thai curry with a bit of black brim, beans, mushrooms, and that's about it. Yeah.
Where'd you get the black brim from?
Straight out of the river. Tim's the man.
Nice.
The lure on the job.
He's a nervous chef like me.
Hopefully he'll come.
Hope so. Yeah, that's better. Call him into the centre, get him in the hole. Especially that Sean O'Mara. Woo-hoo. Oh, come on, paddle. Oh, nice work, nice work. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh.
The triple 12, and he's off.
Paddling hard, looking for the line, looking good where he wants to be, into the hole.
Avoids both holds with elegant style. That's the Old Man River that we know. That's the Old Man River in form. Trev, that run was dynamite, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. Up to my roll. It was pretty straightforward, really. They just, not the sort of guy I am.
You got yourself into position, mate.
Yeah.
Now, can you show us your new hairstyle that you're sporting today?
Here comes Ralphie. Soon. How's that?
Fantastic. We're on to Ralph.
Comes Ads, going through the big hole, guts run. Oh, he stalled a bit. Going for the next one, another guts run. How's he in there? Oh, he's back in. Back in for a surf. Rolled over, back in for another surf. At this stage getting flogged. Throw bags. Trying to surf his way at river left. Not getting there. Be getting tired by this stage. Nearly at the right, pretty steep on the right, on the river left. Oh, he's got the roll. Going for the flash back in there, that's not good. You won't be happy with that. You might have to go a bit deeper in that roll. This stage if you get a bit tired, I should be starting to get worried, and he's out. Way to go, Adam. That's what we got to here, mate. Good probe, and that won't be the line I'm taking.
Tipping, flogging. Oh yeah! Oh shit! I do. Oh, Fitzy! Fuck, we're gonna pay that. And he's up. Well done. Woo! Yeah.
We went to the river because we wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and see if we could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when we came to die, discover that we had not lived. We all strive for safety, prosperity, comfort, long life and dullness. The deer strives with his supple legs, the cattleman with trap and poison, the statesman with pen, the most of us with machines, votes and dollars. But it all comes to the same thing: peace in our time. A measure of success in this is all well enough, and perhaps is a requisite to objective thinking, but too much safety seems to yield only danger in the long run. Perhaps this is behind Thoreau's dictum: in wilderness is the salvation of the world. Perhaps this is the hidden meaning in the howl of the wolf, long known among mountains but seldom perceived among men.
So we really have to make a decision. We know who to call on.
Awesome rapid. We're not running it, but we are going to have a little fun, nonetheless. Got it. Give him a bit of a tip on the tail, donk him on his noggin. Oh, beautiful stuff, Trev.
Adam Anderson supervises the breaking of a paddle by Rob Hales.
It's a bit the next morning. I've popped up, walked back up, and just having a look back upstream at this absolutely dangler of a rapid. We didn't paddle it, and I'm pretty happy about that. But there should be more stuff downstream. Camp, day 5. Some of them went up on the rocks, keep away from floodwaters. Some just stayed on the comfy sand. Ooh.
Get a few extra sections to make sure he doesn't miss it. There he goes out of sight. See you later, brother.
Righto, Scott, what are we up to at the moment?
Big adventures, mate. We've seen some bloody big sick rapids. Few portages necessary, but all in the cause of self-preservation and lots of exploring to do. All right.
Enjoy. Trevor and the crew decided portage.
As for us, we could have shouted aloud. If this lively and beautiful river were indeed a thing of death's contrivance, the old ashen rogue had famously outwitted himself with us. I was living 3 to the minute. I was scoring points against him every stroke of my paddle, every turn of the stream. I have rarely had better profit of my life.
Here we are in Mole Gorge, cruising down this beautiful scenery.
What would the world be once bereft of wet and of wildness? Let them be left. Let them be left, wildness and wet. Long live the weeds and the wilderness yet.
Bit of fireworks by Timmy. Thanks, Timmy.
And I think Trevor's getting a bit of a beating here. Will he get out? I think he's out. Will he roll up? Oh, he's got a very good roll. Yay! Puts it on for the crowds. Everyone's watching. All 17 or maybe 16 people are watching.
So how many kilometres do you think we've paddled today, Rob? And how many over the 6 days on the river?
I actually haven't counted, but yeah, must have done 160 kilometres already, maybe 200. Yeah, I think we've got a 400 kilometre trip on our hands here. We've underestimated the amount of kilometres. There's some people that are running out of food already. Yeah, the river's taking its toll. A lot of energy is needed to paddle. Yeah.
And are you happy with the water levels that we've got?
Oh, unbelievable. We had some rain on Sunday just before we got on, and then storms just about every night except for one night. So it's just been coming up and down, but generally up the whole time. So we've got a massive river here, and it's going to get probably 3 times as big as this when we go down into Sir John Gorge.
So Rob, 18 paddlers on the river, lots of different people, personality, speed. How are the groups working to get through the grade 4 rapids and the big wave trains and things?
Well, mate, I think Scotto actually came up with the idea of having pods, and these are small groups within the 18, group of 6, and they're our food groups and tent groups, and we want to keep them as individual units going down the river in case we got separated in the braided streams that are all through this country. So if anyone got lost, they could just set up camp, and we could sort of rejoin the next day or the day after if we got lost. But when we're actually doing the rapids, we've come together as 18 people, so it's absolutely crazy. 18 people just going everywhere, all over the rapids. Sometimes we all go down together, sometimes we do it one by one. But it's worked really well because we've got so many people with a lot of experience here, and they've gone down and set up safety and cover and told people what to do, made lots of river signals.
Okay. And personal hygiene and cleanliness amongst the camp? How's that all?
Maybe you should go and interview a few people, mate. It's a pretty tricky question. I actually haven't asked everyone. How is the hygiene going, Shauno?
It's going fine for me here, yeah. And if you look after your own backyard, that's all right. Yeah. You just wind up with the sacredness of this country here, coming into Bunuba country and the indigenous connection to the land. Tell us a bit about the maybe the artwork and the spiritual connection that the land has.
I don't know that much. I mean, it'd be great to have one of the Aboriginal folk along with on the trip, but yeah, it's basically wherever you see an overhang, there'll be some near the river. You'll see some rock art. I mean, John just found some that wasn't marked on the map for us from Joe Ross, but this is probably getting into Bunuba country. Where we started was another mob, which I don't know much about, but the Bunuba people were pretty proud people.
for watch out for any little creepy crawlies.
Ice cream, tinned fruit.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that! Emu.
Shut up here, Dave. What do you got?
Anyone for a beer? We might put it in the creek first, thanks.
Stuff from the food drop.
Headed up and
Peach and mangoes, a few emu lagers, bitters, beans, 3
got
bean
some
mix,
beer.
bacon,
Carrying him back in there.
ice cream, 2
Sprayed it. Shauno's just lowered his, but he was walking down. Put it away. What do you got in there, Shauno? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Not bad, man. In here, we've got 5 days to go. We're possibly a tiny bit short of food.
There's ample food, look. They're empty.
Just stacked nice.
And we've decided to save our fucking one measly bag of muesli for the remaining days. And today we're having baked beans. Miles, how is cold baked beans for breakfast?
Mate, the old roasted garlic and onion flavour, she's pretty rank. I think this is just heartburn in a can.
Have a mouthful, mate. Let's see how it goes down.
Mmm.
That's 2 mouthfuls he's had now.
Yeah, fucking pass it on. Shauno, how was the fruit this morning? How'd you find the fruit?
The fruit was great, mate. Came back from a walk after.
How many spoonfuls did you get?
1.5 spoonfuls. Righto.
Yeah. Brotto, how many did you get?
Well, I come in the tail end and it was given to
How many, Brotto?
How many, Brotto? Don't beat around the bush, son, mate.
I got 2 plus a sip.
Yeah.
I'm just
dirty dog.
Just wondering about this muesli bar wrapper that we just shared. Do you mind if I lick it myself? Or you want
I'm coming in for my share right now.
I've already licked the boys, but you guys go on.
Missed it all, I don't believe you.
But, you know, spirits are high.
Taste for these beans.
Spirits are high. Day 8.
That's 3
Fitzroy
Milo.
River Expedition.
How many?
That's
We're about
3,
20k from actually reaching the Fitzroy River. I've been on the Harn for 8 days. So
What's the
misspelling in the tour t-shirts.
what should the Fitzroy be called?
The Harn.
Yeah, we got a song about that?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, maybe like.
We're about to move on to a beautiful day's paddling as opposed to yesterday's slog of 40, 50 k's.
Yes, it was.
Enter Sir John. It's gorge today, so it's going to be a beautiful day. Rapids, it's more rapids today.
As opposed to yesterday, which was about 50 kilometres of flat water.
And 40 something degrees today. It's going to be good.
Excellent. And this is where we camped last night. Next to the boab tree. Just down from the food drop. Which I think was a very exciting time for most, except for Dave, whose 5 litre beer can burst in the monsoon heat. Bit of a disappointment for Dave. Bluff Rapid in Sir John Gorge. Beautiful, massive rapid here. Lots of people walking down the bank. All the way down there. It's the morning on Monday. That means it's probably, what's that? Day 8.
Oh, he's in the hole. Trev's having a bit of a surf here. We're just playing around. Need a roll from Trev. Come on, Trev. Oh, he's got it. Now he's going to have a bit of a surf again. There's no stopping Trev. Oh, she's done it nicely. Now she's going to have a play. Alright, she's trying to follow Trev's line to the left. Oh, Jackie's going.
There are things to be said about kayakers as a group. First, in essence, an essence we all seek consciously to avoid, the real pleasure of kayaking is in having a chance to be killed in beautiful and noble surroundings. A kayaker is that finest of masochists, one who does not enjoy the pain so much as the attendant sense of personal righteousness. He is, at extreme, a fanatic, and stokes the fires of his eyes not by feeding his flesh, but by mortifying it. Like D.H. Lawrence, the kayaker believes, really believes, hell knows that the more machinery you interpose between the world and your senses, the duller your senses become. A kayaker on the river can seldom be seen motionless, for when he ceases to paddle, he feels vague guilt and is soon scooting about the water again. He may flail furiously back upstream to inspect a cliff that he will have forgotten in another minute, or race off downstream to dally for hours in the next rapid. He will paddle down it and paddle back up it. He will run it backwards to see if he can tip over end to end. He will run it sideways to see if that big hole will eat him. He will run it to punish himself. A kayaker is the sort of person who not only skips lunch, but spends his lunch hour jogging. He takes his sauna baths with real snow.
Again, mate?
Laid it out, then the deck blew up.
Right.
At least Jackie's not a good laugh.
Yeah.
Here we are. I missed it, but I think someone got it on video. Ralph had a massive surf and sporadic pop, and also his boat broke for about the third time, I think. So out here doing a bit of repairs on the side.
That he did.
Yeah. Anyone get it on film?
Trev got it on film. He skirted just got the side of the top hole and then fell pretty much side onwards into the second. Yeah.
Thanks, Jono.
Came onto it side on, the big, long, old school boat. Just got mashed and mauled and did a few cycles. Ralph hung in there, much to his credit. Boat full of water, and that was what flushed him out. And then the rescue team were all hands on deck.
Oh, he's dropped.
Oh, nice. Happy days. Ah, yes, the world loves a smart ass, especially when he's charging.
Hey Shauno, what did you just say then?
Oh, Miles and I are just having a bit of a chat about the rapids and the river, and I've just decided now that I don't want to join the swim club for the rest of the Fitzroy trip.
Right, yeah, so great mate, thanks for putting that on the record. Yeah, we might use that. Here comes Adam down Tombstone 2, that's what we've named it. In the middle of Sir John Gorge, he's going hard left. What's he going to do? Oh dear, he's over. Will he go into Tombstone 2? Very close, nice roll. Down to the big waves, there's one little hole. He's missed it. Excellent stuff. Look at it. Here we are at the camp after an unbelievable day in Sir John Gorge. Probably, I'd say, the best day's paddling I've ever had. Big call, but I think some other people are saying the same thing.
Any water in there?
Just now.
Come on guys, bit of action!
So what do we have here? We have Trevor Robertson. He looked like he's out of his boat and had to swim his boat to the shore. What's the story, Trev?
Jackie,
Jackie! I've got another word for Sheila's. Bitches!
What was that, darling?
Nothing.
So what happened here, folks? Why were you out in the water there, Trev?
Well, Jackie just pushed me out, pushed my boat out, pushed me out of my boat, wrecked me, just because I said she was a Sheila, a piece of fluff.
Piece of fluff.
Piece of fluff.
It's on the record, piece of fluff.
And you didn't even say that she was a piece of fluff, you just said that in your youth, long before you'd ever met Jackie, it was customary for other people to refer to members of the opposite gender.
And look, Rob, blood, mate, I've got blood.
Where's that blood? Here we are in Diamond Gorge, this is the start of it. We're all off on the banks trying to find some rock art that Joe's told us about. A bit of luck, we'll be seeing a bit soon. Here we are at Diamond Gorge, and this is the first stage of the construction of the Diamond Gorge Dam.
First and final stage.
First and final stage. All the engineers are out working hard. Let's get a close-up of that work. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, yes.
Man always kills the things he loves, and so we the pioneers have killed our wilderness. Some say we had to. Be that as it may, I am glad I shall never be young without wild country to be young in.
the last day camp on this little mud/sand flat, 1 metre above the waterline. A few people got a bit nervous last night because clouds started to come over, first clouds for about a week, and even got a few spots, so there's a few nervous people sleeping out last night, particularly because we were right next to the water and in a flood channel. Maybe we could have got washed away, but luck's on our side all the way through the trip. And yeah, waking up to beautiful sound of birds and river flowing down to Fitzroy crossing. 30 kilometres to go.
Yes?
Rough, last day. Any thoughts?
Frog!
Oh, beautiful frog.
Oh, let's have a look. He's a green one.
They're all green.
Oh, I thought some of them were brown.
They're a greeny brown colour. There you go.
Beautiful.
But, you know, you could have worse. No, the flat water's okay and we're almost there. Christmas Day today.
I'll sit on this yellow one.
We get to the end and go to the pub.
Big present.
Alright, thoughts moving home.
Yeah. So thoughts are just as much about walking off the plane, seeing your family as here?
Yeah, enjoying that last night. And thrashing Dom at table 10. Last humiliating defeat in this trip.
Right, so we'll get some action later on, we'll see that. Thanks, John.
I think so.
Oh, great trip, Robbie. Fantastic trip. I'm pretty excited that our pod's still got muesli left on day 12. It's been renamed the Charity Pod. And I'd say we'd be looking pretty skinnier right now if we weren't.
The trip has been nothing short of outstanding, Rob. It's it's been an amazing journey into a pretty wild part of the country up here.
Yeah, the whole experience has been terrific. Getting out, all the wildlife, the Aboriginal artwork on some of the caves.
Yeah, the river's amazing. You know, the scale in terms of the length and the volume and the height of the gorges and the way it changes over its course. A bit of a metaphor for life.
Yeah. It's been a great trip, mate. One of the best I've ever done. One of the happiest. Lots of good banter. Fantastic rapids. Great rock art, wildlife, scenery. Just got everything this trip. Even the hard paddle at the end is is all right if you haven't got Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Fitzroy River spotted fever like you.
Yeah, more about that later. Yeah, thanks. Yes, this is what Trevor's talking about. This is the Fitzroy. What was it?
Fitzroy River spotted fever.
That's the one. Yes, yes. Disgusting stuff. Painful. Hey Mike, how does it feel?
Awesome. Yeah. I just don't want to let go of this boat or it'll kill something down there.
And we've made it. Jackie's. Give us a smile, Jackie. Yeah. That's where their justice will be served. And they're sliding down into the mud. And I'm not sure where this is going to end, but doesn't look pretty. Drop him, Vasey! Drop him! Backslam him! Oh, oh my God! That's gold. It's a 10 out of 10.
So Jackie, one last question.
Yes?
Seeing you were the only female on the trip and now it's the end of the trip, how was it being the only female?
Well,
She loved it.
well,
That was Trevor over there.
there were lots of really good things about being surrounded by 17 beautiful, fit males with wonderful bodies. That probably didn't come out real well. Anyway.
Do you want me to rewind that bit?
Yes. Leave it in. And you can edit it out.
We can edit that out, yes.
Okay.
We'll use journalistic license for that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a very scenic trip. The guys looked great. I felt very spoiled a lot of the time. Lots of guys were always looking out to see if they could help me in any way, and that was just great. I was just thinking then practically every single guy on this trip has helped me at some point in time to do something, with the exception of Trevor perhaps. Really specific, and like Ralph helped me fix the foot pegs at the start, and Tony helped me carry my boat a few times, and Miles lent me his paddle and all sorts of things like that. So it was just fantastic from that point of view. And there weren't any negatives because I was always treated as a person, not person first, female second. Yeah, so it's really, really good.
Just a fabulous adventure, really. Saw a bunch of people in a remote area where...
Oh, no.
Off the river, 17th of February, just gone 2:45, and we're heading back to Fitzroy Crossing in the bus, and it's going on.
Well, I left my heart behind in Fitzroy Crossing, but I'll be going back again someday. If you see me on the track way out west of Rabbit Flat, you'll know which town that I'm a-gonna stay. Well, if you're ever hanging round in Fitzroy Crossing, when the people all come in at rodeo time, they'll be in from Newcombe, Derby, Luma, Christmas Creek, and you can bet the beer is flowing in the bar. Well, I can see that Fitzroy River in my mind, and I'm thinking about all of those good times. And I remember just how sad I was the day I had to leave, but I knew that I'd be back again sometime. Remember me to all the people there, and thank them for the way they treated us every day. Well, I hope I can do the same for them somewhere, 'cause I can see that Fitzroy River in my mind, and I'm thinking about all of those good times. And I remember just how sad I was the day I had to leave, but I knew that I'd be back again sometime. Yes, I left my heart behind in Fitzroy, and the memory's just too strong now to ignore. If you see me on the track, I won't be stopping at Rabbit Flat. You'll know which town that I'll be heading for, 'cause I can see that Fitzroy River in my mind, and I'm thinking about all of those good times. And I remember just how sad I was the day I had to leave, but I knew that I'd be back again sometime. Yes, I knew that I'd be back again sometime.
Oh dear, he's over. Will he go into Tombstone 2? Very close.